Yesterday we discussed about set command and how to declare a string for a variable, and also like we had just seen introduction about mathematical operations, and then we had seen gets command, which is used to give a value in runtime, and then we had seen about special characters, and then we had seen how to comment script in TCL, how to like yesterday you asked a doubt, like while commenting multiple lines in TCL script if zero is mandatory, right? Like zero is not mandatory. Instead of zero we can also use some of the statements like on, off, false. Like here, instead zero is nothing, like a simple and faster way which replicate false statement. Like ac- actually here, while we are commenting these while commenting these lines, we are using if loop. And then for if loop, while if loop has to be work, first we need to give some condition. Like after, this is the syntax of if loop. Like first we have to define which loop we are using. Like here we are using if loop, and then we have to define a have to give a statement, or a condition. Like for that condition, like we usually use to write some script. In the same way, while we are commenting multiple lines in TCL, we will we will give the condition for if loop, like as zero, or false, or off. On 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 off, false. On is not used for commenting, like as it is, on value is 1. Like in TCL, false and off value will represent the value as 0. For suppose if I want to comment these whole script, like I use if 0, Like here, I had completely commented all the lines in this hello.txt file. So I did not get any output. Like here for commenting, I used flower bracket 0. In the brace in flower braces, I kept 0. Here I use 0 as a condition. For if for if condition, I used 0 statement. Like even instead of 0, if I use of, it will give same output. Like it will comment all the lines. Line instead of, even if I used false, even it works in the same way. Like the main aim of the 0 is like it is a representation of false, which works as faster and easier than false. And and another thing, like I said you, like we can represent string as in flower braces also, right? While we are representing a string in flower braces, take it will take as a list. Like list also a, in flower braces, while we are representing a value, it will take as a string. Like in the most of the cases, like while we are representing string, we will just use dou- double quotation marks. Like while we represent string values in flower braces, it will take as a list. Like list is also a, if we in this case, like list is also, it will take as a string value. Like from that string value, by using index value, like we will drag values in that string as like if I want to drag 20 in this string, like we can drag by using index value of variable a. These are the some of the corrections in yesterday's session. Like Like, today we will start with TCL operators. In TCL, there are 6 operators. In TCL, there are 6 operators: arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, bitwise operators, and then string operators. Mm. Now Now first we will see arithmetic operators. Like why in TCL, while arithmetic operators are executing, it follows a procedure called bot mass. B stands for braces, O stands for orders, D stands for division, M stands for multiplication, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. While we are performing arithmetic operators in TCL, like we will represent a statement. Like if it is a addition, like we will just represent as A plus B, or a, while we are using subtraction, we will represent it as A minus B. Like while we, if we want to perform multiple arithmetic operations in single statement, like A plus B into C, or in the same way, like in the continuation of this statement, if the values are in braces, like A minus C, like in these cases of operations, like it will follow BODMAS rule. Like for example, if if I run this statement, like it gives the result as 2. Like how it will be 2 means, like first it will enter, it will check if it is a right statement or not. If it if it fetch as it is a correct statement, then it will enter into the flower braces. Like in flower braces, it will take priority for flower braces. After flower braces, in that flower braces, it will check if it is, if there are any braces are present or not. Like here it consists some braces, braces. Like in that brace, it will perform arithmetic operation sub, as sub 2 minus 1 is a subtraction, and then after that it will check if there is any root or power. Like there are, it does not contains any root or power, and then it will check if any division is present or not. Here it has division, and then it will fetch statement, it will check according to this BODMAS rule, and it will give the result as 0, as result as 2. While performing arithmetic operations in TCL, it will follows BODMAS rule. Like in TCL, why we use arithmetic operation? Like in VLSI, why we use arithmetic operations? Like because it can calculate area, utilization computation, frequency frequency calculation, and automation scripting. Like if we want, while we are designing a block in chip, like we have to, before before starting to build a block, we need to select the area, right? For to calculate that area of block, like we can use some arithmetic operations. And then for to calculate utilization space, like even we will use arithmetic operation, like how much space it covers in block is nothing but a utilization. And then for frequency calculation and automation scriptings, like whatever the scripts we are continuously or frequently using, like for those purposes, like we use these arithmetic operations. Like whatever the frequently using arithmetic operations, like we can generate a script for those operations, and we can automate that calculations by using this TCL script. And now we will get into comparison operators. Equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, or equal to, these are the comparison operators in TCL. Like here, comparison operators is also known as relational operators. Less than, greater than, equal to, less than, or equal to, these are the some of the relational operators or comparison operators in TCL. Like for example, if I want to check equal to condition between a two numbers. If I want to check if 34 is equal to or equal to 34, if 34 is equal to 34 or not, like while the statement is true, means while the comparison operator is true, while comparing two numbers or variables, like it will print output as 1. If it is not, if it is not, it will print as result as 0. Right? Even in the same way, like we can, like we will perform all other relational operators, like not equal to, like here you can see, like while this is a true statement, as 34 is not equal to 33, so it printed as 1. And then like like while I change the statement as 34 is greater than 33, as it is a true statement, it it printed as 1. In the same way, like less than and greater than or equal to also, it will be a same as before relational operators. Like if it is true, it will print 1. If it is not true, it will print as, it will print output as 0. And now we will get into the if statement, like syntax of if statement. Like if we want to use if statement in TCL, there will be, we have to use some syntax to represent the script in if loop. Like as we commented, as we use if statement for commenting lines in TCL, right? Here we had seen, first I started the if loop, started the loop as representing it is a if loop, and then I had given a condition as false, and then I opened brace, flower brace for body, for the body of the condition. Like from here I started the body for this if loop, and here I close this loop. Like in the same way, like if we want to, if we want to perform if condition for like let's take an example. Now set A as 10, set B as 20. If A greater than B, print puts it is greater. Else it is not greater. Like here, first I initialize 10 value for a or a variable, and then I I given 20 for b variable, and now I started loop by taking if loop. Like for this if loop, I taken condition as variable a is greater than b. For that, I written body for this if loop as if a variable is greater than b, it has to shows it is greater, else it has to it has to print it is not greater. as as a is not greater than b, it it prints it is not greater statement, means it prints else statement. If it is true, if the condition is true, if the condition of if statement is true, it will print the body of the if loop. Or else, if it is not true, then I given a statement as it is not greater. If it is a true statement, if the condition is true, it will print the if body. Or else, if it is not a true statement, then it will check, it will enter into the else statement, and it will print whatever the condition which has written in the body of else state, else condition. Like if I change a value as 30, and if I rerun the program, like it shows it is greater. Like why means as 30 is greater than 20, means variable a is greater than variable b. That's why it prints it is greater. That's why it prints this body, if body condition. And now we will see if elseif statement. Syntax: if condition body of condition, and then elseif, else if condition, then body of condition, and then else. Like in TCL, like we have to check every time, like if we are giving a space, like even if the if the space is not given, like after, even if the space is not given, after if, every time we are giving space, if we did not give any space, it will takes as it will take it as a continuation of that statement, then it will print as, then it will gives output as an error. For that, we just need to check every time, like if we are giving spaces or not, if it is a, if we are giving command and command and statements in right way, as like if it is a capitals, if we have to give capital for variables, like if it is a small alphabet, we have to give small alphabet. It is a, as it is a case sensitive, we need to check every time, like if we are giving the conditions and statements in a right way or not. Conditions, and even we have, like we have to check check repeatedly, like while we are giving a script, like we need to check if we are giving the right, if we are giving k right case for alphabets, like for the variables, and then we need to check conditions and commands if it is the right case or not. Like while it comes to if else statement, like this is the syntax of if else statement. Like first it we will initialize if statement, and then we will give the condition for this if, and then we will initialize body whatever the content, if we will need to give to this condition, to this if condition, will give in this brace, in this first open and close brace, and then we need to, if this statement is not correct, then it will enter into the if else if, as it is continuation. For this if, it will check, even here we need to give condition, like here while we are using else if else, sorry, while we are using if else, after else we did not give any condition, and we just directly return the body of condition. But while it comes to if else statement, like after, for if we need to give condition, and then in the continuation of if statement, like while we give if else, even for if else also, even for else if also, we need to give condition, another condition, because for this if, it will take this condition, and for else means if if this statement is wrong, then it will check, it will enter into this statement, and it will check if this condition is true, then it will print this body of condition. Even if this statement is also false, then it will enter into this else, and then it will print the whatever the body of condition which is present in else statement. For example, set A as 10, set B as 30. For this, if A variable A equal to variable B, then it has to print, it has to show it is equal. If, and then I take an else if statement. Else if variable A less than 30, less than variable B, it has to print, oops, it is lesser. And then even if the else if state if else statement even this else if statement is also false, I give statement to print as it has to print it is greater. Like here what will happen means, like first it will enter into the, if first it will check the condition. If variable A is equal to variable B, if it is equal, it will print, it will print the condition of this, it will print body of condition, it is equal. As A equal, as A is not equal to B, means A variable is not equal to B variable. That's why it will enter into the next statement, which is else if. Here it will check, if the check the condition whatever we had given. Like here we given the condition as variable A lesser than variable B. Like if it is true, it will print the content which is given to this else if statement. Like as it is true, it has, it has printed it is lesser. If I change this condition, let's see, like as here now what happened means, like I change the condition as variable A greater than to variable B. Here it is the false statement. Now it became as a false statement. That's why it again enter into this else statement, and it printed whatever it present for this else body. In this way, this if loop and if else loop and if else if loop will be works. And now we will see some of the logical operators which are present in TCL. Logical operators is also known as Boolean operators. Like for logical operators and or not. These are the sum of the logical operators or Boolean operators in TCL. For example, if set for example I given a wave I given a value as 10. No, a value as true and set b value as false. If dollar a dollar like here first I initialized a value as I given a value as true and b value as false. While here I used if condition, and for this if loop I had given a condition as variable a and variable b. Here and means it will perform AND gate operation. And while we are executing these, or it will perform OR gate operation. For this, NOT, it will perform NOT gate operation. Like here, if the for AND gate, if the both values are true, then then the output value is also true, right? In this way, we'll execute this condition. Like here, a value is true and b value is false. For AND gate, the output will be true if both the variables is both the conditions is true. Like that's why here one statement is true and the another is false. That's why it enter into the else statement, as it is not a true condition. It enter into the else statement and it prints this statement as output is false. In this way, this will execute. In the same way, these or and not will be performed. Like for OR gates, like even if a single variable is true, it will be true. That's why here here the condition is satisfied. That's why it printed this statement. And Like for example, if I used not get for this, let's see what will happen. If not a means false. Like here, if I used not condition, like it will directly take a false statement. Whatever the present, whatever in the loop, whatever the false condition, it will it will print directly. It will go in directly to that false statement, and it will print that false statement as if $a is not, like for not get, what is, it will give the whatever the opposite output of this, of the input. Like here we taken true. For this, if we perform not get for this true, like it has to show false, right? In the same way, like it will directly get into the false statement, and it will print false statement only. It will print false statement body.